2022 is definitely a weird year for gaming. A lot of games that were supposed to be released last year being pushed off to this year, but if my gut feeling's right, 2023 is going to be a great year for gaming. So here are some games coming out in 2023 that I'm really excited about. In many ways, Bomb Rush Cyberpunk is kind of a spiritual successor to games like Jet Grind Radio or Jet Set Radio Future, which is totally awesome because I was a huge fan of Jet Set Radio Future back in the original Xbox days, and it's kind of disappointing that Jet Set Radio Future is still not backwards compatible to the Series X even today, but that just makes Bomb Rush Cyberpunk that much cooler. If they can pull off the same kind of vibe and gameplay of Jet Set Radio Future, it's going to be an awesome game. And I'm super stoked for it. They don't have a concrete release date, but I am seeing somewhere around Q2 or Q3 of this year. Pepper Grinder is definitely an interesting looking game. You start off completely shipwrecked, totally robbed of your treasure, and you have to use this kind of superpowered drill gun to get your treasure back. As you're using the drill gun, you kind of flow through the ground almost like you're swimming. It's a completely fluid motion, which is totally cool. And as you're drilling through the ground, you solve puzzles, collect items, and fight enemies. Definitely a quirky looking game. There's no solid release date for 2023, but it is slated to release this year. The Bookies Choir really caught my eye when I saw it in one of Nintendo's Indie World Directs. The trailer shows you going through like a storybook world using words and drawings kind of as tools to go further into the game, and eventually shows you jump out of the page into the real world. The art style in this game is totally unique, going from like a 2D drawing over to a 3D, almost like toy style. It's definitely a game I'm excited to see more of. It's another game that doesn't have a solid release date, but it is slated to come out in 2023. Sea of Stars was originally supposed to release in holiday of 2022, but was pushed back to 2023. Sea of Stars is being developed by Sabotage Studio, which is the same studio that made The Messenger, and if you haven't played The Messenger yet, you should totally need to get it. The Messenger is an awesome game, and this game's actually in the same universe as The Messenger. Sea of Stars pays homage to classic JRPGs such as Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy series. It just has this beautiful pixel art style that I absolutely adore. I can't say enough how excited I am about this game. Hopefully we'll get a solid release date soon, but right now we know it's coming out this year in 2023. I separated the indie games from the AAA games in this video for really no reason at all, but the first AAA game that I'm really excited for 2023 is Star Wars Jedi Survivor. A gameplay trailer was released at the Game Awards this year alongside a release date, March 17th of this year, which is really soon. In my personal opinion, Jedi Fallen Order was one of the best Star Wars games that ever come out, and Jedi Survivor looks like it'd be just as good, maybe even better. I don't think I need to say much about Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. It's one of the most highly anticipated games of 2023, and a game that I'm really excited about playing. Breath of the Wild was just such a phenomenon, and I'm hoping that they build on that with this game. I'm also hoping to see some dungeons, like maybe some classic Legend of Zelda dungeons, and maybe some tiebacks to some older games, fleshing out the Zelda universe a little bit more. Either way, this is almost guaranteed to be a great game. This releases May 12th this year. There's plenty of other great games coming out this year, but Starfield is my most anticipated game of 2023. Now, this is another game that doesn't have a concrete release date, but they did say it's going to be releasing somewhere around the first half of this year. I'm just a really big fan of Bethesda RPGs, and this is a brand new IP for them. I know they've spent years and years developing this, and I'm super excited to get lost in a brand new world and a brand new story. There's some things in 2023 that I'm really hoping to see, but definitely won't hold my breath for. And there's things like a sequel to Super Mario Odyssey, Metroid Prime Trilogy HD being ported over to the Switch. Really any news about Metroid Prime 4, any at all. It doesn't even really need to be a release date. You could just show us some gameplay footage or even just tell us that it's still being developed. A little bit of something. I would love to see a Twilight Princess and or Wind Waker HD release on Switch, and maybe some new consoles for Nintendo Switch Online, Game Boy and Game Boy Advance, and maybe some GameCube games. And no, I know everything that I'm hoping for really has no evidence that it's actually going to be coming out, but it would be really awesome to see those things come out in 2023. Now I have some honorable mentions for things that are coming out in 2023 that I'm not necessarily going to buy, but are really awesome to see. I love it when Capcom releases these legacy collections, and the Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection is no different. Now, I've personally never played any of the Battle Network games, but this gives new players like me the opportunity to play the entire series, and it gives old fans the opportunity to replay a series that they love. The Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection comes out March 14th this year. I'm really excited about Monster Hunter Rise releasing on more systems. Now, I already own it on Switch, and I really enjoy that game, and I'm really glad it's coming to more systems so more people can play it. I know it's already released on PC, but coming to Xbox and being on Game Pass is just totally awesome, and also coming to PlayStation consoles is really great too. I would have loved to have seen cross-play and cross-progression in Monster Hunter Rise, but it looks like you're kind of stuck on the console that you start on, so if you play on Switch and you go over to Xbox, nothing transfers over. Same with Xbox to PlayStation, but you may be able to do that for Xbox to PC. It's hard to say. I think they did announce that. Monster Hunter Rise releases on other systems this month, January 20th. Fallout 4 has been around for quite a while now already, but there's going to be a new update coming out sometime this year. And this is a free update making it totally compatible with the new consoles, and I'm hoping to see some awesome stuff in this update. Now, Fallout 4 already plays really awesome the way it is, so I'm hoping that there's going to be a lot of next-gen things like maybe better textures. They might add some of the Creation Club content in there. We don't really know exactly what's going to be in the update, but it's really awesome that they're updating the game for free for everybody. I'll be making a lot more videos just like this one, so if you enjoyed that, go ahead and click here to subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one.